I've got an urgent warning for you guys as the worst is starting to happen. Here comes the food shortages, folks. And I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be a pretty sight once we start to see more retailers start to either tell you that they're out of stock or they're closing up shop altogether.
Jackson is the state's largest city, yet it has one Walmart and one Kroger. Behind me is a boarded up food depot. It used to be one of the other options for fresh produce and meats in this part of town, but it shut its doors last month. Folks who live here tell us the closure was partly due to crime, but also nearby dollar stores taking more business.
It's just terrible. We have convenience stores, like they on every corner everywhere. And we need more grocery stores.
In a city where 26% of people live below the poverty line, stores leaving town is just part of life.
Things open and things close all the time, so we just deal with it as the day go by.
But with food options now more limited, the USDA says 1 in 5 people in Jackson are considered food insecure.
There are no grocery stores in walking distance from this area.
So here's the thing, folks. A shortage can come in many different ways, and this is just one of them. It could come to a point where more of us are getting all of our stuff from the same place. Not necessarily the same store, okay? I'm not talking about you getting yours from your local Walmart, and I would do the same near my home. I'm talking about one specific place with one specific store. That is, if things get even worse. Now, before I go any further, let's just share a quick lighthearted moment right here, all right? Which retailer has the best memory for you? Either that or which one do you think deserves more credit than they're given? Just leave me a comment down below, share your opinions, and while you guys are at it, don't forget to smash the like button for the video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on all notifications so that you don't miss out on any of the updates that matter to all of us, all right? Appreciate it, guys. But yeah, guys, let's get back on topic. Let's talk about what worse could look like. Now, you might not know this company called Prima Wawona, but you've already bought 1 or 2 of their products through the years. You see, Prima Wawona is a major fruit producer that has customers like Walmart, Kroger, and Wegmans, just to name a few. Wait, scratch that. Prima Wawona was a major fruit producer that catered to these stores. Now, why am I talking in this past tense, right? Well, they just filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and they blamed high inflation mixed with some weather-related impacts. They actually supply fruits like peaches, plums, apricots, and all that good stuff to major retailers. And like I said, but this deal may possibly convert existing lender debt into equity or even allow a sale to a third-party buyer through an expedited auction process. The company did say that they intend to deliver consistent and high-quality stone fruits to both customers and consumers, although it is a shock to see that a company that has more than a century in the fruit supply industry have to settle to file for bankruptcy. Funny how pillars of the economy are starting to fall one by one, huh? I wonder why. Anyway, they told us that the 2023 harvest is done, so I guess that takes care of the supply for the rest of the year, hopefully. Now, here's something that I noticed though with some retailers. I'm not going to name any names here because I don't want to get into any more trouble with content being suppressed, but I remember my friend telling me about a particular story with food and expiration dates. You see, this friend of mine has many relatives outside the US. You guys know that we sometimes have products that they don't generally have, so they send messages to my friend to send over some simple stuff. You know what I'm saying? A bottle of this, a jar of that, just small stuff. So there was 2 instances this year where they asked him to buy a bunch of different items and he went and bought them all. A couple of weeks go by, his relatives get the items, but something was a little off. The items he bought were already expired. Now, these were not the last items on the shelves, all right? Although he admitted that he didn't check the expiration dates, but why place something on the shelves that was already expired? This also relates to food shortages because, are retailers that desperate that they were willing to sell expired food? Because these are food items, folks. So that's just one more thing that you and I will have to check whenever we go out to buy anything. You know what? I think that this has been an issue since years ago.
Concerned mom posted this photo after the yogurt she bought for her baby was expired by a month. She took to Facebook saying, "This is the 3rd time in 2 months I have tried to buy yogurt for my 9-month-old son, only to find numerous containers of outdated yogurt on the shelves." Several comments followed of other people experiencing similar issues at the Hueytown Walmart. We found out it was more than just the yogurt. Milk dating back to December 9th, cold cuts December 8th, and ice cream still selling with an October 12th date.
Hi, I'm calling about some products there that I got that were expired.
We brought customers' concerns directly to the store, and what we found out?
You have had issues with products being expired on the shelves. Yes?
This was not their first time. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, best-by dates ensure the best food flavor, but it is not a safety date. However, the use-by date, like seen here on this Rev Wrap, means that's the last day a product should be consumed. For those that posted about having complained before but never hearing back, today we got an answer that will hopefully spark some change.
I'm going to have to talk to everybody over there to make sure they're weighing on that right now.
Now, we were told at about 4:30 today that they were going to be removing those spoiled items from the shelf. Well, we stopped into the store right before our live shot around 9:45 tonight, and we picked up these products right here. They're still spoiled.
Think about it. If this was happening more than 7 years ago, what's stopping these retailers from bringing back this stuff on products that they don't have that much supply on? Now, I know that this sounds a little bit like conspiracy talk, but my friend was telling me the truth, and so are these people. The reality that our country, or at least parts of it, faces a food shortage is not impossible. In fact, it's becoming scarily possible.
The US is one of the wealthiest nations in the world. It ranks first based on total GDP and seventh based on GDP per capita. Yet when it comes to food security, America ranks 22nd among developed countries.
People are working hard every day in this country to bring food home for themselves and their families. But right now in the United States, we are facing a hunger crisis.
33.8 million Americans didn't have adequate access to food, according to the latest report from the USDA. That's 13.5 million, or 10.2% of all U.S. households in 2021.
I'd literally stand on 2nd Avenue at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'd get off the subway and go around behind the restaurants and wait for the bakeries to deliver bread. When you're that hungry to steal bread from the restaurants behind the stores, you're hungry.
Spending on food assistance programs has grown exponentially, reaching a record of $182.5 billion in 2021. But food insecurity has only improved slightly since 2001. While the number of people experiencing very low food security grew slightly during the same period.
We see times when the economy is doing better, it improves. But we haven't seen major movements on the metric, I would say.
The latest research from the Bread Institute in 2014 says the U.S. has lost almost $5.5 billion due to lost productivity caused by hunger.
It's much less expensive to feed you than it is many other of our societal challenges. Let's start with food, because the impact on the system is incredibly expensive and will live on for generations.
Now, this now opens up the question, what are we going to do? Well, I know a few folks who are preparing to buy and they're stocking up on food. There's some really smart people who have transformed their land into mini gardens with fruits and vegetables. And there's others who are literally taking care of chickens and the sort. So you guys get the point, right? Not only do you prepare for the future, but you're also saving a bunch of money in the long run too. But what do you guys think about this? Is this bankruptcy a sign of things to come for the average American consumer? Or do we have nothing to worry about? Make sure you guys share your thoughts in the comments section down below. And before you go, I want to thank you guys for your time. Thanks for dropping a like for the video. Keep safe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.